booties for black girl nerds.
Thank you. I'm Jeandra from Black Girl Nerds. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Jeandra.
Yes.
Jeandra, okay.
Well, I thank you for your time this morning. You know, I watched the episodes and it really was a breath of fresh air. It was so funny. And a lot of the humor translated over a variety of age groups. So it really gave a really good family dynamic. You and Golden are hilarious. The kids are hilarious. Is it refreshing to be part of a multi-cam project when so many things are so self-shot and super stylized? Like it gave me like a real good retro kind of feel.
No, it feels fantastic. It's single cam, but there were a lot of cameras in the room at all times. You know, it's amazing how big the production was. And I've been doing this for a long time. I like how you said multiple age groups were covered. And yes, I am kind of old, so thank you. But you can't tell. I know you can't tell. But yeah, it was very refreshing. I mean, the scripts were awesome. For me, it was, you know, so I started in the 90s doing this thing. You know what I mean? So, you know, but I remember you were a smart guy and this and that. And how does it compare? Like nothing I've ever been a part of. You know what I mean? So the scripts are wonderful, relatable, very fun set, you know, even with the masks and the whole pandemic that we fought through. We were out in Chicago filming, which was awesome. The people out there were great. And the temperature was you know, it's good. It's kind of inside joke thing. Where have you been to Chicago before?
I have many years ago. It's been a while, but I have been there before.
It's still cold at all times, just so you know.
For sure. I'm in no hurry.
All right.
No hurry to leave Inglewood, California. Thank you.
I know that's right. It was snowing out there last week. All right, we're getting off topic. 6 minutes. Let's go.
I like it. You know, it's making me even enjoy the series more, getting to, you know, this side of your personality and how fun the show is. I like that also that the show is kind of centered in skate culture. Yes. And that's still a very popular thing depending on where you live. Can you skate at all? I know you're skating in the scenes, but are you getting down on the skate?
I can skate now. Yeah. This was like the interview the first time I sat down with the producers. You sure I can skate? Oh man, listen, kids, if you're just starting off in acting, if they ask you a question, tell the truth. All right, tell the truth. Okay, how good you want the part, okay? They put us through about a 6 months prep of skating. Yeah, it was a lot. But it was fun, man. When you watch the show, you'll see it's very authentic. We got the best skaters. Shout out to Batman Josh. Y'all know when you see him. Who put together all of these routines. These girls had to learn a new routine every episode. So at the end of every episode, you'll see some type of battle going on, and then we'll highlight a new skater from around the world, which is awesome. So it's really drenched in the skate culture in Chicago. So I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it.
Seeing you and Golden paired, you know, I've been watching this narrative, or it's not a narrative, but you see there's few examples of a 2-parent Black household, both parents Black. And, you know, no disrespect to any other couples, but it is refreshing as a Black person to see a Black household. Do you think that element is missing in a lot of content today? And where does Saturdays fit into keeping that image of the strong Black household?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's awesome because it's positive Black couples. Like you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of broken homes, and then parents go through divorce and whatnot, and we deal with issues. Like, you know, resolving issues, you know what I'm saying? Like there's an argument, the parents aren't talking. A lot of households, it'll just be, you know, a problem. Mom's not talking to dad, and then it kind of trickles down to the kids. Where here we show it in a positive light, a fun way to work through things. Now it's funny, my character is the guy that is always working through the problems. You know what I mean? It's like if my wife and my daughter are having an issue, I'm going to talk to the daughter, cut your mom some slack. You know what I mean? What's going on, Deb? Are you okay with the daughter? You know what I'm saying? And then also, when the mother and father are having an issue, the father realizes it. Okay, you know, I got to work this out. I got to apologize. I'm going to have to be the one off of the olive branch and then smooth this thing out, which is brings me to one of my favorite episodes, which is towards the end of the season, where we actually do finally have an issue where we're fighting throughout the episode, and then we come together at the end, and then it culminates in a coordinated skate dance, which is really sweet.
Oh, I'm waiting for that. I got to see that. How many times did you fall during the course of filming?
Never. But, well, you know, when I first, from lesson 1, that's the first thing they taught you was how to fall. So I wasn't taking any chances. The kids, they had to go, they like fall a couple times just so you get used to it and you're not scared. I'm like, I ain't falling because I only get one fall at 46. You understand me? So I was making sure that didn't happen. But no, okay, there was one. It was one fall because they kept changing the routine on us because we were trying to clear songs and stuff like that. So, you know, I kind of felt good about it. And I kind of just said, you know, let me just go after it. Why don't we try this? And I kind of spun around and bam, I said, this is the floor. I met the floor. We're here. Let's not do that ever again. But yeah, I did log one fall.
I mean, kids falling and us falling is two different things. I might throw my back out stepping off the curb.
Amen.
You
know? Okay.
And lastly,
actually did happen to me. My foot though. Go ahead.
That happened to me too. Now that
I turned it, you heard a little pop and you just said, No, they get off daddy. Daddy I'll be there. Y'all go ahead. I'll be there. Yeah,
and lastly, the marvelous Marsai Martin, executive producer at such a young age. As someone who's a veteran in the industry, what do you see when you look at her?
Oh man, just so inspiring. So inspiring to the young girls out there, young Black men out there, just to know that you can you can achieve your dreams at a young age. Just stay focused, you know what I mean? And she's always done everything the right way. I followed her career, man. I saw when she did Little, I was like, okay. And I watched the credits. I said, executive producer. I said, go ahead now. You know what I mean? And then with this project, I was just, it made me a little emotional. But I was just like, look at this. Look where we've come. Look at the strides that we're taking, you know, as a community, just as actors, just on a whole. And she was great. You know, when I got to finally meet her in person, she had a mask on, so I didn't really know who she was. So I could apologize for that later. Just we don't bringing up Peyton stuff.
I love it. Well, Omar, I appreciate your time. You are so funny. I just love the dynamic of all of you. The chemistry is great. The jokes are hilarious, and it is very refreshing to see. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Stay blessed.
Thank you so much. Hi, Marsai. I wore this purple for you. I wanted to align myself with today.
Thank you,
with
girl.
The purple.
We twitted. Good to see you.
The color of royalty. Well, I thank you for your I thank you for your time. And I think now I'm looking at Big Boss Marsai, who is the EP of the series and not the talent of the series. And so I wanted to start. What do you think is the biggest difference between Marsai, the EP, and Marsai, the actress?
Ooh, what's the difference? I would probably say one that strikes out to me the most is the way I use my voice. I've learned to articulate myself a little bit more and expressing my vision in a broader way when it comes to producing. Because I have a lot of ideas, but being able to fill out my vision and show people exactly what it is something that I had to learn from the EP side. And I do that in a lot of ways, whether it's like Pinterest boards or drawing or even trying to create lines in my head to see what I can present to the team. But yeah, I think just the way that I use my voice and yeah, and I'm touching a lot of things. It's not just the talent part of it all, but it's more about the visuals and the camera work and even the design of the rooms and the house and where it's placed. And it's a lot more that I'm focusing on than just the actual talent. And also like actor Marsai, girl, I'm only focused on acting. I'm only focused on my character and what it presents and how it connects with the project overall. And I think that's the main thing is with producing, it's more of a broader scale than just acting.
I was talking to the very talented cast with Danielle, Daria, and Peyton earlier, and I like their energy together. They reminded me of another Disney title of Hercules and the Muses, how they all have their different looks and they wear purple, and it was just, I was like, wow, look at all this proximity to Disney that worked out. So as the EP and being in charge of that vision and design and all of those things, how did you prioritize things? What was the biggest priority for you with bringing it to life?
With this in particular, I was really keen on making sure that our cast was there, making sure that we're not only just putting Black girls on the screen, but also ones that are talented in so many different ways, and making sure they just kind of build create the role in their own way. You know, we have what's on the script, but we also have the talent within itself that is bringing it to life. So that was one of the main things for me, because, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot to make sure it's very cohesive and making sure it's put together well. So for me, it was the casting, and also that's my favorite part too. So I really wanted to be a part of that. But I think also too the skating part of it all, this is a show that's revolved around skating. So making sure that even our montages and the music and everything just kind of feels like an overall vibe that is comforting and that you can experience and get a feel of it. And you don't got to be there. You know what I mean? You just got to sit there and be like, wow, you can feel the energy. And that's really what I wanted to articulate in this way.
I like the skate culture center in it because like the show, it provides like an inclusivity. Like you have the parents who are super funny, you have the kids that are super funny. And then with skating, anyone can skate. As long as you have some skates, you've got seniors, you've got young people, and all these things to bring people together. So with the casting, since that was such a fun part for you, did you get to make the calls? Did you call the talent and say, hey, you're hired? You know, does the EP get to do that?
No, I didn't get to do that, but that's okay. I think we all talked with each other after every audition, and we were able to express how we felt and just our passions and what we wanted to achieve within each character. And no, it was not me. I think I was there for one of them, I believe. Like we called another girl back and we were like, so you got it. But no, I think most of it, I believe it was Norm who did that. I might be wrong, but it wasn't me. But I'm blessed then to be able to be a part of their journey in this way.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite everyone is super, super talented, but one of my favorite castings is Golden Brooks because Girlfriends is very dear to me, very transcendent for Black women. And now you have an opportunity to create a transcendent show for young Black girls. By design, how did Golden connect with you guys for this?
Well, how did Golden connect? Well, of course, I was able to work with her before Saturdays and to see how she was and her passion. I think when you see, it's a difference when you see somebody on television, you're like, oh my gosh, I aspire to work with her, only from like a surface level space because you only see them from the screen, but to be able to be on set and seeing how her brain works and watching her go through the lines and really still embodying the role. Of course, she was still her role on Girlfriends, but also I think having her be a part of this in this way kind of just reminds me of when I was on Blackish and being able to have Jennifer Lewis and Lawrence Fishburne and Anthony and Tracy, to where I was able to look up to somebody every day and get tips and tricks and make sure that I was doing my part. I saw that with her and the girls. And that's really what pushed me a lot to make sure that, oh yeah, this could be amazing to see her in this light and to help these young girls and just to watch, don't gotta really ask for advice. That's not what I'm saying, but to be able to watch somebody that's been in the game for so long and do it in a very beautifully eloquent way is what I strived for the cast.
That's awesome. Well, they are wrapping me. Beautiful show, beautiful cast. I laughed a lot. It's really, really funny. And I was a baby sister, so I get it. So thank you so much for your... Thank you, young ladies.
Hi, great to meet you.
See, I wore this purple for you guys so I could blend in with the logo and the brand.
Yes, it looks so cute.
Thank you. You all look so cute. I love how you all look. When I saw some of my favorite scenes of this show are when you're all together, and it made me think of another Disney project, Hercules, of the Muses, and how the Muses all have the different hairstyles, and you guys, just your energy together is so funny. Show of hands, before you all started filming, who could already roller skate? Who was already good on the skates? Who was already good on the skates? Okay, so as somebody who was already good on the roller skates, who did you look at and just shake your head and go, I don't know if we're gonna make it?
I don't know if we're gonna make it. Well, I feel like I was good on the skates. I learned some new moves while I was on set, of course. I have mastered splits, like that is my thing now. But as far as looking at Danielle and Peyton, I was like, well, we got this. They learned really quickly. We all did, actually. And it was a really fun process. We had our slips and slides and our falls. It was hilarious, but, we got it on tape for later.
That's good. You got to save it for later, just in case anybody, send it to them secretly. Like, I don't want to post this. But I thank you all for your time. Danielle, beginning with you, Paris has these wonderful friends, this beautiful family who's supportive of her. What type of girl is she? When you think about who she is, who is she? Who is Paris to you?
Paris is just happy. I feel like her motives and intentions in doing things are to make people happy. She has very supportive friends, very supportive family, a very supportive skating family, of course. And I feel like when I see Paris, I just think of smiling and enjoying herself. She really tries to live her life to the fullest, which I really enjoy that about her.
Peyton, over to you. It's refreshing to see just you beautiful young ladies in such a positive project, legitimately having fun. Is there enough content out there for people your age to enjoy that's not too young, but not too old either? It feels like you guys are right in the sweet spot of a good age group.
I do feel like the generations now are a little bit different and they mature at a different level than what my generation, like Gen Z, like the younger ones, like the older ones, were doing. But I don't know if there's enough content out there anymore for us. Like when I was growing up, I had Shake It Up, Ant Farm, like a bunch of, faces representation. And I don't feel like there is enough of that anymore. But I'm really glad that we can bring that back to the screen for sure.
Daria, over to you. What is the most rewarding part about working on a project like this? I mean, I know it's a lot of work, it's a lot of rehearsal and all of those things, but it just gives a lot of joy to watch all of you perform.
Yeah, I would say the most rewarding thing is knowing that little girls like me, Black little girls, I'm from Chicago. The show is based in Chicago. So I have like a deeper, heartfelt, more meaning of the show. It's like, wow, this is actually home for me. Like I can be Simone literally, I was skating in Chicago. So it just warms my heart that young Black girls just like me are going to be able to see us and just say, hey, I can do that. I want to be just like them. And I think that's going to be amazing. So that's definitely one of the most rewarding things that I'll get from Saturdays.
Back over to you, Danielle. I remember when Marsai was you guys' age, when she was young and she was growing up on screen in front of us. Tell me about working with her and seeing someone so young be at the helm of a project that you're on.
Oh, wow. I mean, I've been watching Marsai forever, since Blackish. So being able to work with her, especially since that is someone I looked up to growing up. I mean, I'm still growing up, but that I look up to, it's really rewarding. And I feel like it's very inspiring, especially since we are so close in age. I love seeing all the things that she's doing and being able to work with her. I feel like it's a full circle moment. And especially since, like Daria said, to have someone that looks like you, that you can relate to, being able to work with them and see how they are and see how confident they are, it inspires me so much. And I'm so grateful to be able to be on a project that she's on and be able to see her work.
Peyton, I know you are young in your career and you're acting, but by seeing her at the helm, has this stoked like new ideas of things that you want to create in the future?
Oh, yes, 100%. I love writing my own content. I was doing that before I booked Saturdays, and seeing that Marsai has accomplished so much, not only with this show Saturdays, but she also had her movie on Paramount Plus. Seeing that she has been able to accomplish this in her short amount of years that she has is very inspiring. And I definitely get some ideas like, okay, I see what she's doing. I can do something like this over here, So yes, for sure.
Well, they are wrapping me, ladies. I really, really enjoyed you. You guys are so funny, and I love seeing you all perform. Thank you so much. Have a great premiere, and I hope it goes out of control because it's really dope, and I really like it.
Thank you so
I hope to see you
much.
soon.
Thank you, girls. Thank you for
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye. Young ladies, excuse me.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you. The old pesky brother and his homeboy. I can relate to that so much because I am the youngest. And I
Oh,
have been that little sister picked on by my brother and his homeboy for many, many years. Still happens. Beginning with you, Jermaine, you know, the brother is central to a young girl's life. The protector, that's your first best friend, your first playmate.
mhm.
You know, when you looked at who your character is and what being a big brother, especially to a young Black younger sister, what did it mean to you, and what were your initial connection with your part?
Um, for one, I thought it was huge because, mind you, yes, we see in TV and in entertainment all the time siblings, sibling rivalry, but we don't really see much, at least nowadays, of siblings in television, but also just them having fun. You know, sometimes you're gonna bicker and, you know, have indifferences at times, but at the end of the day, it's still love. And I thought that was really cool and important to see that, especially within this show. For myself, there was a lot of mirroring factors within my own life because of I have also siblings, and then I also have a younger sister. So seeing who was playing my sister too, I was like, man, I remember in the callback with our chemistry, I went, you look just like my sister, which is wild. So this is gonna be pretty cool to play. But it was awesome because also filming with her throughout the months in Chicago, we obviously are going to grow a bond. And even when we shot the pilot initially in 2021 in New Orleans, we grew that bond. So it for sure, I feel like plays out very well on camera, and you could see it really is like a sibling relationship with each other, with Danielle and I. But I think it played out awesome because I already know how it is having a younger sister who, you know, I do what I do with her. So yeah.
Yeah, stop hiding her stuff. Stop hiding her stuff. And Tim, over to you. You know, the friend is the bonus brother who will go just as hard
Yes.
to protect, to watch out, not only baby sister, but your homeboy. And it's good to see young Black males together, joyful, having fun, and in a time where they don't want us to have all these joyful depictions. And it's very refreshing. So what was your first understanding of who D-Rock was, and what's it been like to be opposite this talented young man who's in the box next to you?
Yes. Well, my first, I guess, encounter with this character was Jermaine telling me about Derek before I even auditioned for the role. So he's telling me about the character and his MC, and I got to read a little bit who the character was and how he was speaking and stuff. And then I got the opportunity to audition for it, and yeah, I was like, I understand this. And then we had our chemistry read. I've known Jermaine for 4 years now. We met on another show where we play brothers. So it's crazy how coming back around is a blessing to work with him. And yeah, so it was funny from our chemistry read. We in there and we already know how we flow and everything. So it was kind of natural. And so yeah, with the show, it's kind of a reflection of our relationship in a sense, whereas our brotherhood, and it's just beautiful seeing two, like you said, brothers follow their dreams together too. They have this dream of working in music and everything, and they want to blow up. Whether it's like giving their mixtape to artists coming into town or just in the lab creating up something new. So yeah, it's cool, you know, following your dreams with somebody that you know that got your back.
For sure. London, back over to you, Jermaine. London and D-Rock, they want to make it into this music thing. And asking young people about music is a very tricky thing. So I will ask, who do you have in rotation right now?
Oh, right now?
Mhm. Last 3 artists you just listened to probably in the last day or so. Who's the last 3 artists you listened to?
Oh man, okay. Last 3. Let me think. Drake for sure was in there. Drake, Rihanna, and Lil Uzi.
Drake? No, I'm just kidding.
Shaking them hips. Drake. Yeah. I was listening to Drake. He's great to skate to also. Yeah, he's great to skate to. But yeah, Drake has been in the rotation heavy.
For sure. How about you? How about you, Tim?
Ooh, Well, last night I was listening to some old school Mary Wells. I was listening to her. Yeah, I was going back. I love listening to Al Green. And I guess modern, I'll say some Weekend.
Okay.
I was playing him too. I forgot.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
literally played him this morning.
Well,
I
I don't
knew it.
know. Maybe
I
you
had
guys got to
to.
come up with some, do some mixes and create some new skate routine music.
Yeah,
Skate
yeah,
culture is very popular.
yeah.
Ooh, I love it. The London D-Rock mixtapes
See,
for the show.
we need to sign you on. See, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
See that?
We're gonna market that.
that?
We're gonna market that. Mm-hmm.
I love it. Well, I thank you guys. They're wrapping me. I really love the show. You guys are so funny. And it was just so refreshing to see a show like this. I appreciate your time and keep going. Keep making
Thank
great
you so
content.
much. Thank you.
So much.
Take care.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.